can only understand the physical, the 3D world, touch, smell, see, hear, like everything that we can feel, can grab, can see. Like, we only understand the 3D world and what makes sense to the 3D world, which makes an individual more logic to what's going on. Well, it makes a person have more logic to what's going on. So if we can only understand the 3D, as in smell, touch, hear, feel, or I said touch, but yeah, if we can only understand the 3D, then our consciousness won't expand to understand anything else if we're not open to it. If I understand that I'm driving this car right now, I know I'm driving it because I'm in the car. Like, I'm already processed I'm driving. And someone tried to tell me I'm not driving it, my logic would kick in and say, well, obviously I'm driving it because I've been like, I do this. You see, I do this. Like, I do this. So that's the logic. I do this. Like, I know what I'm doing. I do this. So the logic kick in behind it. How can you tell me I'm not driving when I'm driving? I do this. I do this. The logic, right? So now, mind you, and that was something easy because obviously we know I'm driving. So, but that's how strong the conscious mind works. The conscious mind is so strong to where if you believe it, because you know what you've been through and you know what you have done, now you're logically inclined to what you know. So how can another individual that don't know you tell you about you? Or tell you about the truth that you share? Because everybody's right in their own way. They just have their own way of looking at it. So it just may not be how can I say this? It just may not be principled, right? But everybody's right in their own way. Regardless if it's coming like emotionally, everybody's right in their own way because that's why they do what they do and believe what they believe. So, with that being said, like a lot of people normally understand 3D, what they can see, right? What they can process. Now, when she was saying that, they're dead, the dead is gone. Now, which is true, and like I said, I'm gonna find the video. Because yes, the dead physically is gone, but energetically something lives on. So what is that energetic thing, right? So in the 3D world, we can only see with our eyes and touch with our hands, smell with our nose, and use our worldly senses, right? But how can we use our worldly senses in order to connect with something that is not of this world, right? Because for her to say that our ancestors are never with us, no one's with us, physically understanding it, yes, physically no one's with us. Only if we see from those senses. But if we unlock that sense within us, then it will lock other things within our subconscious. And it's just up to us to intake those things into our conscious so we can bring that unseen to seen. If that makes sense. So So then we can start understanding the outer much better. I'm not saying that logic people don't. They do. But it's just hard to get a logical person to think in a subconsciously way when you bring new ideas to them so they can intake it. Sometimes people are, I gotta see it to believe it. But some things, a lot of things are hard to explain, and a lot of things are hard to explain, and a lot of things are hard to prove. But does that mean it's not real? Right? So sometimes we just gotta take a step back from our logic, because everything may not make sense. But in the due time, in that process of breaking it down, allowing patience, then everything will add up at the end. You may not know the end results, but if you trust that it's something better at the end, then why can't it be? Definitely when you're putting in the work. Why can't it be?